we're about ready to go.
Yeah, main event excitement here. Let's go to ring announcer Wally Jackson.
And now, right now at the heart brings us to our main event. A man in position, Joe Sowerby. Introducing first to the red corner, weighing 163 and 100 pounds. As a professional, he has 24 wins, 9 defeats, 14 wins by knockout. From Cleveland, Ohio, here is Sanderline Williams. And here's the corner in the blue corner, weighing in at 163 and 140 pounds. He is undefeated as a professional. 20 wins, 15 by knockout. He is the RBC of Michigan Middleweight Champion. Hailing from Ann Arbor, Michigan,
James Toney with some theatrics as he pointed the fist at Sanderline Williams. He is the IBC and the Michigan middleweight champ. He is, of course, a young man who was headed to Western Michigan on a football scholarship after starting at quarterback for Huron High School in Ann Arbor before a bad broken ankle turned him toward the ring, and it may have been the best break he's ever had.
No pun intended, I assume.
Here we go. Toney and Sanderline Williams.
Keep an eye on Sanderline. Historically, he has not started fast. He's conceded points in the early going and then been just a demon in the late rounds, often to no avail in terms of catching up in any particular fight. Toney needs to handle the first part of it, should it come to him, reasonably well, but he has got to be prepared in terms of his pacing for a guy who fights better in the second half than the first under normal circumstances.
Difficult, obviously, for a young fighter. We are scheduled for 10. Stinging right, but it caught mostly elbow by Sanderline Williams.
Back in 85, Lindell Holmes had Williams down on one knee, rocked him in their bout, but couldn't put him away. Williams has never been knocked down cleanly. He's been down as far as one knee. Lost a TKO to Lindell Holmes in that particular fight. He beat Frank Tate, a 1980 Olympian.
That'll get your attention.
Iran Barkley split decision. Nigel Benn, decision that many ringside that night said he won. Williams, of course, came away feeling he'd won, but that's not terribly unusual. For most of the observers on hand to say so and be in agreement is somewhat unusual. But Nigel Benn is a world champion. This guy is a grade A fighter.
Calm, cool, and collected so far. He's 24 and 9. We saw on the tail of the tape, James Toney 20-0 with 15 KOs. Sanderline with 14 Ks of his own. Less than a minute to go in round one. They're fighting like they're going to go 10. Sticking, running, measuring.
Smart start for James Toney. Now, many times in a young fighter's career, he's clearly superior. He knows it, and the other guy does. You come out, you throw some bombs, you go home. He's come out and paced this round pretty well, sizing his man up, hasn't taken any untoward risks. Stops that one, made a lot of noise, but stops it on the arm. I think he started properly from a mental standpoint, Booker.
Yeah, dude, also, for the first time. That's the way to do it. I think he changed his mind about going out there trying to knock the guy out.
At least early.
Yeah, it seems that way.
He knows this man can go deep into a fight. He better be ready to go through the 6th and 7th.
Well, he didn't get him in round one.
From a style standpoint, I think we talked last month, first of all, defensively, that James was carrying his left hand a little low. He didn't do it that round.
No, he sure didn't. Well, with the experience this guy got, it'd be better for him not to at all.
Keep the defense a little more traditional, I guess.
We're set for round 4 in the biggest fight of young James Toney's life against the very crafty veteran Sanderline Williams. He's more than clever. He is crafty.
Hard to hit. Quick hands. It fools you with that a little bit, George. He stopped a lot just by, he almost opens the palm of the glove and catches a punch, a la John Wayne. Used to pull off in so many of his movies.
I know.
Throw the right hand,
Nice flurry by Toney. Toney scored well so far. He has not thrown anything that hurts Sanderline, but he has scored reasonably well.
Williams can obviously take a punch, but he has taken some through the first 3 rounds and change here at the Hyatt. Williams fighting on the inside. Toney steps back, scores with 2 jabs.
A couple of kidney shots mixed in there by Williams when they were at close range. Just kind of reach around the elbows to the ribs. Authority there.
Heavy punch for Toney.
He hits hard. He's working the body a lot. You know, Booker suggested that might be the key to the whole thing. You can't hit Hunt against this guy. Maybe you can wear him down through the middle.
Come on, Sandy, get busy.
Williams' corner, asking him to get busy.
Punch, Sandy, come on. Punch some more. Come on.
Yeah, he's been accepting a lot in the last minute of this round.
Punch. Punch, Sandy.
Needs to fight his way back into the round, but this is not atypical of what Williams has done in his career.
He's a second-half fighter. So far, he doesn't have himself in much of a hole at all.
No.
Which, if you look at the record, might be something that should concern the Toney people. James with a flurry.
That's a good bit of work inside by James Toney. Hand speed made the difference there. Uppercut.
Scored with an uppercut on the chin.
It's hand speed that's the difference in the fight so far, really, and Toney has the advantage he usually does. Sanderline, he just keeps coming.
Put the pressure on him. Come on, Sandy. Come on, Sandy.
Williams has Toney on the ropes.
Nice round for James Toney, really. He put in several good combinations. Got an uppercut there that served as a check situation to keep Sanderline Williams from moving forward when he wanted to. And I think he picked up the point advantage in that particular round. I think he's got a couple of point advantage in the fight. We're 4 into a scheduled 10. I don't know if it's enough. Williams, you can see them working in the corner a moment ago. Picking up a mouse, yeah,
under that right eye.
You can see it lifting up just a little bit under the eye. So far, George, not threatening his vision as we take a look at James Toney. So far, relatively unmarked. He's taken a few hooks. That was early on, and not too much in the last 2 rounds. I think he's taken the last 2 rounds after they split the first 2.